So I love doing a retirement sale. Anytime I feel like I've kind of had some clarity in my business, every time I have gone through a big sort of business audit, and honestly, pretty much every time spring rolls around, I end up hosting a retirement sale. Now, it's not just to, host a sale and make some cash, although it is a very good strategy for that. Doing a retirement sale can be such a great way to create space, to create clarity in your business. And today I'm going to walk you through not only how I set up and run my retirement sales, but also how I go through the process of deciding which offers to retire in the first place. So first up, I'm going to show you how I audit my offers. So every year, I kind of sit down and look at all of the offers I've created, both free and paid. So that's lead magnets, events that I host, paid offers, services, programs, like anything I am offering my audience goes into this audit. So first step is to list everything out. And sometimes you'll be surprised by how many things you've accumulated in the span of a year. I really find particularly those little free lead magnets, that pop-up thing you did just once, can really add up, especially if you're a multi-passionate like me. So first up, start by just listing everything out. I like to separate the paid and free offers just with like a shape. So here you can see I use rectangles for the paid offers and triangles for the free, and go ahead and list everything out. And for the paid offers, I make sure I include what offer type it is. Is it a template, a course, a program, a service, and the current price. This is really helpful to make sure as I'm auditing my offers, I'm not removing my big money makers, or I'm not overly, leaning on low ticket stuff. So really helpful to have that sort of jotted down. Once you've got your whole brain dump of offers, then we're going to go through the auditing process. And here, this is as much an art as a science, but especially as we're thinking about what kind of work we've enjoyed in the year, what kind of work we want to do more of, what kinds of offers have worked well, both in terms of sales, but also for you to deliver them. I really want you to kind of take time to sit with each and every one of these offers and do kind of the Marie Kondo. If it sparks joy, you can keep it. And if not, we might want to consider retiring it. So I do this by doing a color coding system to decide which offers I want to keep, which offers might need updating, and which offers I'm going to retire. So I go through one by one and really just sit with and evaluate, did I like this offer? Did my audience like this offer? Did this offer perform? And is this offer current? And can I basically continue to sell it in the year ahead? So going through this process is really clarifying. I've often found that I've created offers that sounded really good on paper, but maybe I don't super love delivering, or maybe haven't had the results I wanted. And particularly for free lead magnets, this is a really good opportunity to actually go into your email marketing software systems and see how many subscribers you got. Maybe you adore a certain free lead magnet, but it's just not getting the opt-ins you need. Maybe this is a time to really consider if it's a good fit, or if it just needs an update to retweak the messaging, the positioning, or what the offer is to get the results you're looking for out of it. As I said, I also include things like free summits, events, anything else that I host or put on for my audience. I continue to add that into the auditing process, because even if we've hosted an event once and it was a success, doesn't mean we necessarily have to or want to continue to host it the following year. So in this sort of reviewing process, I really like to look at everything. So you'll see in my example here, I've color-coded and said, right, these 3 are perfect. I love them. They're staying. I've got 4 in this orangey color that I'm going to keep, and then I have a handful I'm going to retire. If you have more than, honestly, 1 offer to retire, it's time to host a retirement sale. And this is where we can give not only you an opportunity to earn a little bit before you put this offer into retirement, but also to give your audience a last chance to grab it. And you will be surprised at how many people were just waiting for a discount, a sale, a nudge to get an offer. And I've had time and time again, people really thank me for hosting these retirement sales, because it gave them an opportunity to grab the thing before I got rid of it. And I see so many entrepreneurs just quietly sort of archive things in the background, and it's such a missed opportunity. Again, opportunity for sales, opportunity for your audience. And finally, I think it is a little bit of closure for you to actually say goodbye to these offers, because even if we're multi-passionate, even if we've created dozens of different offers, they're still our babies. Like, we still love them. We still had really big hopes for them. And I do find there's a sense of closure with publicly stating and saying, like, I'm saying goodbye to this. I'm making space to move forward with what I'm doing next. And I really have appreciated going through that process and really publicly saying, here's what I'm keeping, here's what I'm letting go, and giving myself that space to kind of simplify things, to streamline things, and honestly to make space for making more things that then seemingly every year I'll do a spring clean of. But I do think it's that process of testing, of trying things that helps us land on the offers we keep. And I have found through doing this now, this is my third time I've run an annual retirement sale by accident, not on purpose. Going through this process every year really clarifies what kinds of offers I continually love creating and offering and delivering and selling, and which ones are just not working for me. And I think going through this process every year has really given me a lot of clarity about my business, about myself. So I really encourage it also from a personal development standpoint. Okay, and final step in the offer auditing process is to just make sure that your offers make sense together, that we have sort of a logical flow in your offer suite. So if, for example, we have, 3 main offers and we've got a couple of other things left over, let's just make sure they all make sense together. Can they maybe work together even within the same sales funnel? So could they be bump offers and upsells to each other? And do we have lead magnets that lead into these? It's absolutely fine if after going through that audit you've realized, I don't have a lead magnet for this new offer now. Just add it to the list of things you're going to work on. Make sure you've identified that there's a gap there so that you can go ahead and fill it. And sometimes during this mapping process where we're seeing how do these offers work together, you will start to notice gaps and give you ideas for potential offers to create in the future. And that's what I mean by this clearing out makes space for other things too. So it's really helpful. And then I like in this process of mapping everything else I'm keeping to just keep a little tab of everything I'm retiring, because that is what we're going to use to create our retirement sale. So a retirement sale is essentially a sale, like a flash sale that we would put on like any other promotion. However, this is a little bit special because the messaging is this is the last chance to get it. I really like to give a generous discount to people who purchase things during my retirement sales because I want to reward them for saying yes to these offers that I'm saying goodbye to, but also to give the offers like the best chance to really show themselves off and get seen by people. Because even if I'm not continuing to offer and deliver and sell and even talk about these topics, they're still valuable resources that I've poured into and will tell people a lot about how I am as an educator, how I am as an entrepreneur. So I still think it's really important to stand fully behind your offers in your retirement sale and give them like a proper push. So here's an example of one of my retirement sales pages. I make a full sales page for it rather than directing people to my shop, just because I think it gets a little messy with the offers I'm not retiring and people don't know where they stand. So really simple sales page where I just have, how much they can save, when it's ending. I like having a countdown timer. And then I just list out the offers that I'm saying goodbye to, that I'm retiring. I include a little graphic, a little summary of what it is, and the price, including that discount. And often I'm honestly just linking straight to a checkout page with the coupon already applied. I might not even bother updating the sales page because, again, the point of this is we're getting rid of these offers. So I don't necessarily need to go through all the fuss and the work of updating a sales page to then get rid of it. So I like to just link to this checkout page, have the coupon already applied so people can just grab these and go. The other piece of running a retirement sale is promoting it. So I like to also really make an effort to share this with my existing audience. So promoting it to my email list is number one. These are the most likely people who are going to enjoy a retirement sale because they're hanging around in your world. They know you, they know what you've been selling, and they want to hear more from you. So they're the first people I really want you to promote this sale to. So I like to do an email every day for the span of the sale, depending on how many offers I'm retiring. Sometimes that will be like 1, 2, 3, maybe even 5 days. I like to highlight different things each day. So sometimes if I've got 5 offers and I've got a 5-day sale, that's an offer a day. For this specific example from a retirement sale I did in 2026, I have basically 3 sets of types of offers. I've got some Notion templates, I've got some ThriveCart templates, and some workshops. So I kind of broke those down and then had an intro email at the beginning and a last chance email at the end. So that covered everything I needed to say about the sale. I also enlisted my affiliate team to help share this. I had a couple of extra sales come through the last time I did a retirement sale through affiliates, and it's a really nice way if specifically an affiliate's joined your email list to promote one of your offers or a specific subset of your offers, and maybe you're actually going to be getting rid of them. So this is the last chance that affiliate has to promote the thing they signed up to be an affiliate for. So I think it is worth it if you have got an existing affiliate team to include them in your retirement sale, but definitely don't go to the fuss of creating an affiliate team for this. If you're on social media, you're very welcome to also share there. Social media is not really my cup of tea, so don't make much effort there. And then finally, I like to just make sure I've included a little call to action on my main website pages, because this page I won't actually be linking to from my main website. So I include it in the announcement bar at the very tippy top of my website. I might include a pop-up or a little banner, something to sort of call attention to people who've stumbled onto my website by accident and want to still know about the sale. So I would make sure that the pop-up is showing on my homepage and on my shop page mostly. And if you want to go to the fuss of adding it to each of the product pages, you're very welcome to. I honestly would say most of the time, if you get people at the shop page, you're good. So that is all the logistics of putting together a retirement sale. It is essentially like a flash sale. It is nothing more complicated, so don't be scared. But I really think going through this process of clarifying, refining, auditing your offer suite, deciding which offers you're going to keep or get rid of, and actually sending them off in style, giving them a proper send-off is so worthwhile as a business owner to earn a bit of extra money, to get clarity and get closure, and for your audience to get a really great deal on stuff that they've probably had their eye on for a long time. So if you're going to give a retirement sale a go, please let me know in the comments. I would love to see your retirement sales in action. That would be really fun for me to see. And if you're curious about any of the other sort of things I put on in my business like this, let me know so that I can record another one of these videos walking you through a specific strategy. Thanks so much, and I'll be back next week with another video all about marketing without social media.